For Anton English. Lying about, you see him. It is you. It is some afternoon or another. It doesn't matter. Maybe it is the late August afternoon of going to Wakanda Park on Lake Menomin, Ojibwe County. Your mother has wet hair. Her skin smells of sunblock, some strange coconut, and pine needles. There are snacks. Cold chicken from yesterday, yes. Potato chips, salty, yes. Pop, fizzy and cold and sugary, yes. How content you are. You go down to the sandy shore. Other people stand in the water. Young fathers with pale skin, the beginnings of bellies of adulthood and yes, of old age. Young country mothers with pale skin too, yes. The stretch marks that come from giving birth. They are halves of people in the water. You are between older brother, please don't drown me, and younger, I will not drown you. Turn around. Quiet mother looks back at you. 1, 2, 3. All three of you are one. Does she smile when she waves? Yes, she does. You swear you can hear the click of the many rings on the long, slender fingers of her strong and delicate hands. She sweeps salty potato chip crumbs from the picnic table, yes. They land next to drying and dried out pine needles. You smell the pine needles from here at the shore. You swear it. At the shore, your feet disappear into the water. Now shins, now knees, and now shorts. The next part is the worst. It is cold, yes, and it is wet. Now he becomes half a person like the others in the water. Christmas tree and lights. The green-black Christmas tree at night in the living room sat silent when the boy returned home with his dad. Wait here at the door, his dad said, and he disappeared behind the tree. Now the green-black tree glowed warmly with its varicolored lights. Why couldn't you stay out at Jim's? It smelled funny, the boy admitted. I couldn't sleep. Shall I lay the sleeping bags out under the tree? His dad had a strange way of talking. Everything out at Jim's house seemed rough and hard, unrecognizable. Yes, the boy said. The boy went up the stairs to the bedroom that he shared with his younger brother. David, he whispered, David. He touched David's shoulder gently. Come to sleep under the tree with me and Dad. Now the boy, David, and their dad lay beneath the glowing tree, and outside a light dusting of white snow began to fall. The snow fell without a sound until all three, father and two sons, slept. And while they slept still, it fell through the cold and dark winter night. This would be the last holiday season for his dad in the house. Another late summer afternoon. At the edge of the family, there he stood. It was another late summer afternoon. They all seemed like late summer afternoons. They were gathered around the lawn chairs in a circle in the shade of the wide trunk of the big leaves of the catalpa tree. Mother, father, two older brothers, and younger. The younger, he was the youngest of them all, was held between his mother's strong legs. At the edge of the circle they had made, there he stood. There was the boy, at the edge of his family. He wore blue shorts. He wore no shirt. His small tummy and chest were brown from the sun, his face pink. From the edge of his family, he saw his father, slender father. Here was the story that his slender father told while they were gathered in the circle beneath the shade of the catalpa tree as the sun slowly made its way across the now late afternoon sky. He began, When I was a boy, not much older than you, Joel, I was sick. All of the brothers looked to their mother, and she nodded. Yes, it was true. Your father almost died, she said. I almost died, he said. But I went to the doctor, and I stayed in bed all winter while the other boys and girls my age played in the snow. He and his brothers were silent. At the edge of his family, the boy stood, held by his love for them, held by their love for him. The family dog that had been sleeping in the warm sun, the black cocker spaniel, came to sit beside the boy. He ran his small fingers through the dog's thick, black fur. The dog loved it when the boy did this. But in spring, his dad said, in spring I became better and I was saved by love. My parents and my brother and sisters took care of me. They loved me. The boy looked to his mother as she held his youngest brother between her strong legs, and he caught her, unaware of herself, looking away, lost, it seemed, in a thought that was not now, that was not here. At the edge of his family, on this late summer afternoon, they all felt like late summer afternoons back then. There he stood, held by the love and the mystery of his family. The pheasant. Did you see it? I saw it. Did you see it? I saw it. They walked along the fence of the property of a farmer his dad knew. father and 3 sons. The oldest was 12, the next was 10, and the boy was 5. He held his father's big hand, and it was warm. The air was crisp. The trees had lost most of their leaves by now. Those that clung to the withered branches were brown and brittle. The sky was clear and blue. His father had spotted a pheasant, the bright red tail of it. "Where is it?" the boy asked. "Shh," the oldest brother said. "I see it," said the brother that was 10. The boy's father scooped him up in his arms so that he could look from above. "Do you see it now?" he whispered with warm breath in his ear. The boy looked. The grass around the lone, leafless tree, its branches and trunk withered and strong at once, gnarled. And then from the brown, brittle, deep green, almost not green, so deep, alighted the pheasant, the bright red tail of it, like a fresh red wound. "I see it," the boy said, "in the thicket." His father smiled at the boy in his arms. "Do people hunt those?" "They do. The meat tastes good." "I would not eat them." "Quiet," said the older brothers. "You'll scare him away." From the thicket, the snapping of the twigs, the dry, cold, near winter landscape gave them up, and the pheasant stood still. Where'd it go? And then, thump, thump, it rose from the thicket in a blur. "Wow," the boy said, following its arc into the clear, crisp blue sky. The sun was so bright that the boy lost the bird in the lances of light, and it was gone to him. The moment had ended. His father set the boy down and took the boy's hand in his warm hand. The 2 older brothers ran ahead, and they all moved forward together through the crisp morning air of their late fall walk.